What is going on, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and today, my fellow agents, I continue this series at the channel where I highlight some of my favorite builds I've put together over the last year, and this one is based around St. Elmo's and the true Patriot gear set and is insanely fun to use. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, and we are having a giveaway for a PlayStation 5. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced December 31st of this year. Now, as always, my fellow agents, I'm showing you a little bit of gameplay footage. We're going to jump into the build breakdown, and then after that, a little more footage as well to show you the build in action. Now, starting with the specialization, you can see I'm using Gunner because with this specialization equipped, you're going to get a reload speed increase, a rate of fire increase, some armor on kill. You also have the ability to use the Banshee Pulse if you choose to. And always remember, regardless of which specialization you choose, have the proper weapons activated in your weapon skill tree. That way you're getting a 15% weapon damage bonus regardless of which one you're using. Now, obviously, my primary for this build is St. Elmo's, and like many of you out there, this has become my favorite assault rifle in the game. If you do not have it as yet, you want to make farming for this a priority, I recommend hitting up Countdown and setting your targeted loot to assault rifle. Now, the main reason this is so effective is not only because of its talent where shooting an enemy with this weapon will give you 1 stack, and at 100 stacks the next magazine will be filled with shock ammo, but as we make our way down to the mods, you can see you're getting 20% extra crit hit damage, 30 extra rounds, 20% weapon handling, and 20% crit hit chance as well, and in my opinion, that really takes this weapon to the next level. I also want to point out I am at expertise level 6, some of you may be higher or lower, but even if you have no expertise on this thing whatsoever, it is still an absolute monster. Now, my secondary for the build is the Dark Winter SMG, another go-to weapon for me in this game. Now, if you do not have it, you could use another SMG with a regular talent killer, or you could use, a shotgun. It doesn't really matter. You can really put anything here you want as far as the handgun. It's the TDI card custom, but honestly, I never switch to that weapon when I'm using this build. We make our way to the gear now. You can see I'm running 3 True Patriot, 1 Fenris, 1 Brazos, and the Ninja Bike backpack. Now, we're going to start with the Ninja Bike messenger bag. Most of you know how this works, but I want to give you a quick breakdown. It has the talent Resourceful, and as you can see, it slots in with any equipped gear set and or brand set item to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking a gear set bonus. Can unlock bonuses from multiple sets simultaneously, and I know when you use this, you are potentially missing out on a stronger backpack talent, but remember, the messenger bag gives you 3 core attributes. You get that weapon damage, you get the armor, and the skill tier, and not only that, it allows you to put together so many different builds that would be impossible without it, so it really is a lot of fun. Now, we make our way to the mask. It's the first of 3 pieces of the true Patriot. However, because we are using the Ninja Bike, we do get all 4 gear set bonuses. You can see 2 pieces 30% ammo capacity, 3 pieces 30% magazine size, and 4 pieces red, white, and blue, where every 2 seconds enemies you shoot receive a stacking debuff of red, white, and blue. Now, red is going to amplify the enemy's damage taken by 8%, white is going to repair the attacking agent's armor by 2% once every second, and blue decreases the enemy's damage dealt by 8%. And when you get to full flag, enemies that die while under the effect of all 3 debuffs create a 5-meter explosion, dealing damage equal to their total health and armor, and it looks pretty badass as well. Now, all of these pieces, my goal is to try to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage everywhere I can, and at the end of the build breakdown, I will give you those numbers, and there is something I want to talk about when we take a look at them. We make our way to the body armor. It's the 1 piece of Fenris, again because of the Ninja Bike. We do get 2 brand set bonuses, 10% assault rifle damage, 20% reload speed, and I'm using the talent Obliterate, where critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, and it stacks up to 25 times. Making our way to the holster, it's the 1 piece of Brazos. We got the Ninja Bike, blah blah blah. We get 2 of the brand set bonuses, which are 10% skill haste and that extra skill tier. Now, the reason I like this holster is because, once again, it's one of the items in the game that really gives you 2 core attributes. You have that maxed out armor, and you have the 15% weapon damage as well. This thing is an absolute beast, and you can farm for it anywhere Brazos is the targeted loot. That now brings us to the knee pads and the gloves, which are the 2 final pieces of the true Patriot gear set. Again, I am trying to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage everywhere I can, and as far as my skills go, I'm using the Crusader shield just in case things get sideways, which they always happen to do in this game, plus the Banshee Pulse, which is going to help disorient enemies. Now, as I said earlier, I want to go over over the numbers of this build, and you'll see here in a moment that my crit hit chance is at 48%, remember the max is 60, and my crit hit damage is at 124.4, and those numbers are going to be dependent on not only the gear I have equipped, but also having a shade watch at level 1000, because at that point the stats on the watch are going to be maxed out. And even though this build is far from perfect, one thing I try to highlight at the channel is even without having the perfect build, you can still put something together in the meantime to get the job done. And obviously we all want that perfect gear, but we all know in this game it can be insane sometimes as far as your RNG goes. It is all luck. And as always, my fellow agents, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Most of you know by now that one of my favorite aspects about putting these build videos together is the family that we have here at the channel. So if you happen to have any tips or tricks you want to pass along to new and returning players, please let me know, as the main goal is to help out as many people as we can. That is going to do it for this video. I want to once again thank you all for your incredible support of this channel, and remind you, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Looks like you got True Sun's reinforcements headed your way.
North or south side?
Both. Heavier concentration to the south.
With all those gates sealed, the north exit should be closer.
Contact. All clear.
You just recovered intel that's going to be a whole lot of help to Odessa in the short term, but to all of us in the long run. You also effectively put this hellhole out of commission.